Now, we all know Summoner's War is a turn-based game. Therefore, things that give you turn advantage are strong and have been strong for quite some time. Things like Bernard, Ganymede, depleting the enemy's attack gauge, Spectra depleting the enemy's attack gauge, Hathor, what else? Artemiel increasing his own attack gauge, Feng Yan, Diana increasing their own attack gauge, Triana stealing turns, etc., etc. Those things have all been strong. They are strong because turn-based game. Verdehile, yet another one, has been strong for quite some time, but this season his popularity has gone through the roof. Now, we know the Water Mermaid got a buff too. I honestly expected her to get some more action, but I think people are just picking around her, knowing that a lot of people built the Water Mermaid already. However, this Verdehile has just been, he's like the cool kid on the block this season. I'm not even joking. This is like the biggest G3 toy that people have been playing with this season. So let's take a look at, and there's just so many matches with him. Let's take a look at some of the best matches. Some of these I'm going to throw in some fun ones that don't include Verdehile, but a lot of them just happen to include Verdehile because, oh my god, Verdehile is everywhere. Everywhere this season. He's just everywhere. Okay, let's check out Verdehile match number 1 out of 417,000. Also, I noticed Vanessa and Fran have been getting picked first a lot. Vanessa and Fran, for whatever reason, are like super hot. I mean, they were hot last season too, but they're getting picked like nonstop and contesting for like first few units. Okay, so we have a counter on Verdehile. Of course, great thing. Revenge, great to have on Verdehile. Ragdoll cycling, as well as Verdehile. So he's going for the Fran first, because Fran has very low defense. You don't even need a defense break for Fran. You can easily kill the Fran. Keeps going for Fran. I mean, is this like the anti Ragdoll weapon now too? Like, I mean, it both is and it isn't. I mean, Verdehile's gonna crit nonstop, so it's really not the anti Ragdoll weapon, but as soon as this, I mean, it's just very efficient turn cycling. Turn cycle. That's why Ragdoll's so good as well. I should have included Ragdoll in the show, because Ragdoll, that's why Ragdoll's so good. Turn cycling. That's why he's like number 1. So for the same reason that Ragdoll's number 1, Verdehile is super hot this meta, and we see one of the guys from the top Korean guilds. How's that Hathor's cooldowns? Well, I guess that answers my question. But there's just so many turns, so much turn cycling. G3 Verdehile. Oh no, don't worry. We're gonna see 9,000 more matches of that. Okay, what do we have next? We have, I don't know who the first player is, Chinese player, and we have make it a clearly you have to ban Verdehile because he's the strongest unit on the team. Ragdoll, first pick. You know what? This is G3 though, and a lot of times in G3 you're fighting the same people. So you see, of course you see Light Dark Nat 5s, and then you see Fran getting picked a lot, but you see Light Dark Nat 5s, and the reason, let's see what, okay, he lands all the stuns. The reason he might have picked Ragdoll turn 1 is if you have a specific OP Light Dark Nat 5 and you're fighting against someone else, like, you'll notice, you'll kind of keep in the back of your mind, like, you know what, this player happens to have this same OP ridiculous triple S tier Light Dark Nat 5 than I have, so you do tend to keep in mind who has what, if they have like your secret weapon, you know what I mean? So that could be why we saw the Ragdoll first pick, because things do work a little bit differently in actually quite a bit differently in G3. So everyone's got counters to everything else. Everyone knows what everyone else has. So the bomb on the immunity was to cycle. You guys taught me this actually. The bomb on the immunity is to cycle the turn, so you get more access to guaranteed additional turn, more access to the third skill sooner rather than later. And Gianna's out of the picture, but coming back. Okay. And then does Ganymede have the second skill again? That's not going to take care of Gianna. But... Oh, okay, Ganymede didn't have it. Okay. But... Is Vanessa... Yes, okay, now Vanessa has it. There's just a lot of turn cycling that Verdehile provides. And again, AoE stuns. Seal magic onto Fran, so no immunity. Well, I mean, still immunity. He still has the immunity. He still has different immunity. But Verdehile, I wonder if we're seeing Verdehile more. I think we're seeing for two reasons, though. One, Sai was using this. He made it to Legend fairly quickly, using a Verdehile comp. And people started to enjoy it. People started to be like, oh, this is really strong. Let's copy it. And Verdehile actually got buffed. His second skill now hits 2 times, which gives him a little bit more damage output. I mean, I feel like he was still almost. He really didn't get buffed that much. It's just the fact that, like, if you still wanted that same amount of turn cycling, you would have to keep using skill 1, and it's just going to do less damage than skill 2. So he just does a little bit more damage, basically. But he's still as viable, just people did not realize that Verdehile was so great for turn cycling. I mean, a few people realized it last season, because we did see Verdehile a little bit last season, but not as much as the popularity of someone getting to Legend using a Verdehile comp, and then people be like, oh, this is very strong, let me start using this. Guys, spoiler alert, it's more Verdehile. Spoiler alert, it's more, and Fran. So we see Fran. This is the Hathor Fran Verdehile was popularized by Sai doing so well with it. So this just provides a lot of turns. It provides a lot of immunity. It provides a lot of shenanigans. All the shenanigans. I mean, like, let's talk about shenanigans for a second. JK. Turn cycling, turn cycling, turn cycling, turn cycling. She got the shield. But Verdehile, I mean, what can you do? You can't reset Verdehile, right? You can't like Ganymede or Kianos to Verdehile. So she's been doing very, very solid. She's been performing very, very well. Oh my god. Molong who? Molong is like the Molong losing to Verdehile, of course. And now we just see some more crazy turn cycling. Never mind. Purify onto herself. I mean, that's just game now. That's just game. Molong who? Nat 5's who? Verdehile, Fran Chow. I mean, like, this is stuff that was not even, like, Vanessa was considered to be decently high on the tier list, but Chow's not generally considered to be very high on RTA tier lists. Fran is a Nat 3 from a secret dungeon. And then Verdehile is a fusion monster. Like, this is not... I mean, it's still pay-to-win runes. It's still crazy, crazy, ridiculous runes that you're seeing on these units, but these units are attainable. As long as you can get the runes, a lot of these units are attainable, and you can do amazing things with even the things that you have available to you that the game provides. All right, let's see what we have for this match. We're seeing like the same. We're seeing the same things. We're seeing like the picks from exactly what I say, and look what you see here. Look what you're seeing. I mean, we're seeing some Nat 5s, right? Of course, we're seeing some Nat 5s. But Ajir, Fran, Verdehile, Resistance. Rip Resistance. I know the feeling of, oh, he's going for the monkey first. And he used skill 2 on them. Well, he used skill 2 because it's going to do more damage than skill 1. But I just... See, I feel like I would have played that differently, but of course I'm not like G75. I would have played that like trying to get Ajir's to cycle his third skill again, then trying to strip it, then trying to defense break, but maybe he really needed that, he felt he needed that little extra damage output. I mean, he's almost dead anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. And on to Wusa now. Alright. Do we crit on Wusa? I mean, not we, not me. Well, that answers that question. Savage. This Verdehile, man. This Verdehile's just... Verdehile is winning. Verdehile's winning. A lot. Okay, back to Vanessa, Verdehile, Fran, Hathor, Ganymede. Oh, we see a little bit differently. Rayjeki is actually a streamer as well. And we see Rakuni. Rakuni, I don't know, man. Rakuni, you're not meta anymore. Verdehile's the new Rakuni. It's just interesting. It's great to see things that are not. Ooh, squishy Verdehile. Verdehile's gonna take some damage. Verdehile's gonna go down easy. Or Verdehile turn cycles enough that everything goes crazy and he doesn't go down easy. Some cures I would like to see. I'm gonna see if I can find some of these players in leaderboards and show you guys how they're ruining the Verdehiles as well at the end. Okay, so Hathor still goes crazy with the shenanigans. And again, this Korean player is doing something similar to what Sai was doing. Similar units to what Sai was using. The Gani Hathor Fran Verdehile thing. What do we have here? We have. Well, what do we think? We have Vanessa, Fran Verdehile. Ganymede. Gonna be a lot of first pick Ganymedes. Well, actually, not as much as before. I assumed that there was gonna be way more first pick Ganymedes this season, and I think actually there are, just not in G2 G3. G2 G3, it's like there's a lot of Fran and Vanessa first picks. And we knew what was about to happen there. Alright, here we go. We have Make It a Bud. By the way, that's a Budweiser reference. Left the Verdehile in. Left the Verdehile in. Now, he told me that he was planning to use Verdehile a lot this season, too. He was like, you know what, I'm just going to build the Verdehile. So he's going after the... He's going to try to turn deny that Light Vampire. Because the Light Vampire, he's not going to be able to kill anyway. But I mean, the Light Vampire is going to take a lot more damage. That's the thing. Like, Triana isn't taking any damage. But the Light Vampire is going to take a lot of damage. So I feel like if it was me playing, I would keep hitting that Light Vampire and not Triana, and just let the Light Vampire suck the HP out of Triana. That's what I would do. Look at all the turn cycling. Like, the Triana team is not getting very many turns. Touch of Seduction, does it strip? It does not, okay. Oh, I meant, sorry, the Touch of Seduction is first skill. Sweet Dream second skill, my bad. That's a great example of turn gauge, turn denial, and turn advantage overall. I mean, we see the other team barely got any turns. Verdehile got a lot of turns. He kept denying with Ajir. He kept denying with Ganymede. So, pretty nice usage of where Verdehile shines, and a nice example of good job, Make It a Butt. Good job. I know I called him Make It a Butt. I think it's funny. LOL. I couldn't not show this. I don't know what we're gonna see, but I couldn't not show that. Please tell me it bans the Daphnis. He didn't ban the Daphnis. Don't you realize that's the strongest unit in Summoner's War? Actually, that's a 1-2 combo with Daphnis Mo Long. So Daphnis is going to be moving first before Mo Long, and then actually Daphnis, Mo Long, Ciara is the 1-2-3 combo, kind of. So Hellfire against Vanessa, then gonna finish off the Vanessa with the Molong. Never mind, gonna finish the Triana. Gonna stun the Triana. Okay. Again, turn advantage. Increases his attack gauge. Resistance. And there we go. Wow. Daphnis won? Daphnis, that wasn't even, that was, first off, that was a pretty solid win. Second off, that was a win against Two Love. That is a tournament player. Daphnis win. Very nice. Love that. That was I don't know who No Name is, but remember the name. Oh no, wait, we can't remember. It's not the name. It's No Name. Well, anyway. Okay, what do we have here? The same as we, kind of the same. Fran first, big Fran. It's just so crazy. It's just so oh, you know, clearly Verdehile and Fran are the OP units this season. Okay, this one was pretty cool. This is not Verdehile, but this is his. First off, this is his. He picked that Immensity to ban out the Immensity, but the Fire one! And Light Verdehile, it counts because it's Light Verdehile, right? Can we please, the Fire one? The Fire Horus? Bomber's got the coolest thing. Like, it's just like, his things are so fun. Phrasing. His matches are fun to watch. That's what I meant to say. What is he gonna go for? Okinos first. Got the stun. Oh, he's on Violent, okay. Goes for the defense break. Rain of Stones, but Bulldozer still hasn't gone yet. Bulldozer's gonna get that Okinos, right? Oh, he's on... Is he on Double Revenge Will? Was that the Bulldozer's runes? Double Revenge Will? Interesting. But that, so the Olivia is actually really good at turn cycling as well. Because she can, 2-turn cooldown. 2-turn cooldown for her second skill. Completely fills up attack gauge, and also, like, what am I even watching? This is really cool. It's always super cool to watch, and crit resist as well. I mean, that it didn't work in that one, but generally. So glancing hit and crit resist. It actually glanced. Okay, glancing hit plus crit resist is actually sometimes they will glance. That's crazy. It's crazy to think that. Very fun. Very fun to watch. Very fun to watch these comps. Very cool. Strategic prevention, decrease attack gauge, and stun. By the way, that's what the skill does. And these two buffs, I know you don't really usually see. It's a defense buff, and it's also the overpower first skill reduces attack gauge. The second skill on him is the defense buff and crit resist. You don't usually see the crit resist. You're like, what is that other shield? I thought that was just the defense. It's the crit resist buff. Very nice. Very fun, weird, fun matchup. And a lot of times it's hard when you see them when you see units like this coming out. Like the whole Copper Bulldozer thing, a lot of times you're like, ooh, like you're like, okay, Vanessa Trion it out, and like that's a lot of the times the what you will go to try to counter it, but sometimes, and that's why he picked the Perna as well. That's why Roman Fury picked the Perna, because if it nukes the Perna, well, Perna just comes back anyway. So there you go. Who do we have here? Now we Gany Hathor Ragda, but you see the Ganymede double vampire, Ganymede, and Fran. And I just noticed that he's got those little Funko Pops, Summoners War Funko Pops, and a million immunities, and infinite immunity. Still the immunity very strong. Infinite immunity on both sides. Immunity, turn cycling, bruiser stuff. I mean, kind of like Vampire is kind of a bruiser because he's tanky, right? He does damage, and you can build him super squishy, and he's still tanky because he just sucks up the HP from everyone else. So he is, in my opinion, I would classify him as a tanky bruiser. Same way as like Perna, like you can build Perna super squishy. Perna's got crap defense, but Perna's still a tanky bruiser because Perna has, even without runes, Perna's got 26,000, 25,000 effective HP. So, didn't have the cleanse for the Verdehile. But just a lot of turn cycling. Again, a lot of turn cycling on both sides. Got the provoke too. Not worried as much about the immunity to be in human form. Never mind. Now he is. Okay, so he wanted to keep it in but in human form that's very susceptible to the light vampire. Because light vampire can just do a ton of damage to it and take it out pretty fast. So that's why he keeps trying to keep it in horse form more often, I think. Verdehile's down though. I don't know, but I guess Ragdoll's still better than Verdehile, but Verdehile close second. Close second? Maybe not close second. Verdehile's up there though. Verdehile's good. I'm just surprised to see him so much. Like, I'm not surprised to see him. I'm surprised to see him so much. Like, so much. Like, all, like, a very large percentage of the matches are Verdehile. It's just very, it's very strange. I want to see this Ragdoll do crazy nonsense. Oh, I do and I don't. I do want to see Ragdoll do crazy nonsense, and I also don't want to see Ragdoll, like... I want to see Ragdoll solo, but I don't want to see Ragdoll solo. You know what I mean? Because Ragdoll... Like, if it goes down to 3-on-1, and then they just win because they had a Ragdoll, like, that's not fair, but it's also fun to watch. Oof. Just not enough. Just not enough. Vampire, though. Oh, that's it. GG. Bye-bye, Ragdoll. That's game. That's game. Ragdoll took too much damage. That was weird. I wouldn't have done that. I would have finished that Ragdoll off. Well, I mean, it's still a game, but that's that. Alright guys, here's the part where we go take a look at the different servers. It's not really, Verdehile's not being used too much like in these teams on global as much as it is being used from the Asian servers, namely the Korean server most of all. So let's take a look at a couple different Verdehile builds from a couple different players that have been using him and see how they have him ruined. So, let's, oh, what the oh, I think I think this is just on placeholder runes. You know, I'm kind of curious about this Tay-Tay. I know he's not Verdehile. I just wanted to see the Tay-Tay. You know, I'm kind of curious about this one too. Just out of curiosity. Okay, Verdehile. We passed Verdehile actually. We passed Verdehile. Where's Verdehile? Right here. Okay. Plus 145. I'm guessing it's on Violent. So this is... I bet that's HP in subs. Speed, crit rate, attack, HP in subs. It would actually make more sense if it's speed, crit rate, HP. But I think it's going to be speed, crit rate, attack. Speed, and not violent, crit rate, HP. Okay, well, like I said, it made more sense if it was HP. Speed, crit rate, HP. This is not a... I mean, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice, I'll say that. That's pretty nice as well. But this is not a great Verdehile. You know what? Let's see some better Verdehiles. I'm sure this works fine, but let's see some better ones. Okay, here's another one we can take a look at. Let's see. Actually, what's this water monkey on? Speed, HP, HP. How are you? Speed, defense, HP. I'm just out of curiosity. Okay, so what is this Verdehile on? Violent Revenge. Looks about right. Nice rune there, actually. Crit rate. Not okay. Crit rate was this is like an after. It's like, I guess if I have to upgrade this rune. This is not bad. This is a really nice speed sub. There we go. So attack, but he's got a lot of HP. He's got 20 plus thousand, like 23,000 actually, HP. And he's at least got violent, 233 speed. Speed there is good. Speed, can't complain about the speed there, right? And then this one, I guess they needed more crit rate on there. But there's one. Okay, so it's kind of a speed crit rate attack, but they still wanted him to be at least tanky enough to survive without, like, dying to someone farting on him. You know those Verdehile farts. See, this is how the ooh, they have a light monkey too. Oh, interesting. Speed, HP. Swift on that. Okay, so basically like a Wusa. Speed, HP. On Swift will. Because at that speed, it's not going to outspeed Okino's, so that's why Swift will. So I wanted to show more of the specific runes of the players that we saw in the battles, but a lot of them are specifically trying to stay away from the leaderboards so that people can't see their runes. But I thought, hey, we have Make It a Bud available. I already actually asked him. I didn't see him on the leaderboards first. I asked him first, and he's like, okay, sure. But he's going to rerune it anyway. But this is currently his Verdehile on that is very fast, and it is very tanky. Speed, crit rate, HP. So currently that is the way he's using his Verdehile. Not 100% crit rate. What are you doing? Not 100% crit rate. But anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, I just thought it would be nice to show the runes on some of them, that they're runed not the same as the Dragons V10 Verdehile. So please keep that in mind. Also, maybe this is a great example for a lot of players. It depends on what specifically you're doing with the unit is the runes change. So, I mean, if it was Dragons V10, this would not be the optimal Verdehile for Dragons V10. Obviously, if we're trying to speedrun it. But this is a great Verdehile to use in RTA for what a lot of these people are using it for. 2 different rune sets on purpose. Rune sets do change based on where you want to use things. So keep that in mind. It's more important to understand runing things as teams and which rune sets might be best for you in specific situations. All right. Anyway, that's it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you as always in the next one.